How well do you know about Cleopatra? 10 facts you might not know about Cleopatra. Number 1. Cleopatra was not an Egyptian. Cleopatra was born in Egypt, but her family are descendants of Macedonian Greek. Yes, Greece, the country in Europe. That Greece, when we say Greek and Roman mythology, she was a Greek and her first language was Greek. Number 2. There are many queens named Cleopatra. When we hear the name Cleopatra, we instantly think of one person. However, just like Europe, African kings and queens inherited their ancestors' names. This means there were many Cleopatras. For example, Cleopatra's grandmother's name was also Cleopatra. The Cleopatra we know is Queen Cleopatra VII. Number 3. Cleopatra never ruled by herself. Cleopatra is famous for ruling Egypt and fighting the battles. However, she never got to rule by herself. She ruled the ancient Egypt as a co-regent, first with her father, then with her two brothers, Ptolemy XIII and Ptolemy XIV, then lastly with her son, Caesarion. Number 4. Cleopatra died young, and her death is debatable. When Cleopatra died, she was only 39. Not only that, her death was also a mystery. It is a famous story that she committed suicide using a snake. But there are many different theories. Some historians argue that Cleopatra's rivals killed her and staged her death as a suicide. Others say Cleopatra died from illness, the sickness now assumed to be known as AIDS. And some say, yes, it was a suicide, but not with an ass bite. Number 5. Cleopatra was the product of incest. Like many royal houses of Europe, it was common among African kings and queens to get married within the family to preserve the purity of their bloodline. It was also common in her family. Cleopatra's own parents were assumed to be brother and sister. In keeping with this custom, Cleopatra married two of her brothers. They ruled the country together as co-regents. Number 6. Cleopatra had a hand in the deaths of 3 of her siblings. To keep her power and her throne, Cleopatra had to deal with rivals and wars. She had a battle with her first brother husband to have Egypt by herself. When Cleopatra gained the power, she killed her brother husband. Then she remarried to her other brother, then later, she had him killed in a bid to make her son her co-ruler. Not only that, she engineered the execution of her sister, who she considered a rival to throne. Number 7. When we refer to the 8th month as August, we are celebrating the defeat and death of Cleopatra. When Augustus found his reign of Egypt, he had the chance to have a month named in his own honor. He chose this 8th month to name August, the month which Cleopatra died. He chose this month in reminder of her death every year. Number 8. Cleopatra was a mother of many children. Other than Caesarion, Cleopatra had a son, Philadelphus, and twin Cleopatra Selene and Alexander Helios. Philadelphus, Cleopatra Selene, and Alexander Helios' father was Mark Antony, the Roman general. Number 9. One of Cleopatra's sons is assumed to be the son of Caesar. Cleopatra's co-ruler and her oldest son, Ptolemy XV Caesarion, is known to be the son of Caesar. That is why he is called Caesarion, meaning Little Caesar. Number 10. None of Cleopatra's descendants survive or rule Egypt. After Cleopatra died, her oldest son was killed by the Roman Emperor Augustus. When he died, he was only 15. We have no clear records of her other sons. Only her daughter grew up and got married. She had a son named Ptolemy. He is the only known grandchild of Cleopatra. He later died in adulthood by his cousin. Well, this is 10 facts you might not know about Cleopatra. And if you liked it, be sure to like this video and subscribe to get more videos like this. Thank you.